What's up, everybody? We're going to do a little jiu-jitsu for sort of self-defense today, but it's really, I'm teaching and training this and kind of always do because it's defensive posture, and it is outside of sport jiu-jitsu a little bit, but I also use some of this when I'm just doing my stand-up, so I'm going to go into some throws off of here. Okay, so just some basic ideas. We're going to address 3 situations. One, he just pushes my shoulder. Go ahead and give me a good push. I'm not going to, like that. Like, look, I knew a guy one time that there was a curb there, and he fell and hit his head and had to have surgery, right? So, and he was an athletic guy. It was just an unfortunate situation, and, you know, it set him back a little bit. So, push defense, you don't know what's behind you. You need to be able to deal with that. Another one is just like, we're not going to show the defenses yet, but like a slap. No, we kind of hit and pull it through a little bit, right? Whoa, right? That was a good stage slap, right? So there's that. That same trajectory and line of attack could also be a sucker punch, an overhand. So, and then the last one would be somebody touching your face, poking your eye, pushing your face, anything like that. When I'm going with beginners in here right now, I just start rolling again, recovering from my shoulder. One thing I do when we're starting is go, whoop. Right, just to let them know, like, hey, you should probably do the striking classes here at the gym, and don't let me touch your face. And they know, like I did to a couple of the newer guys the other day, and they were like, I just kept touching their face repeatedly. So it's like a more or less like, if I could touch your face like that, what else could I do? So let's address the different situations and some follow-ups, right? So first thing we will do is, you know, he pushes my shoulders, boom, right? So defensive postures, I bend my knees here and I go down. So he pushes here. Now at this point, right, he's probably going to reach over and try and grab my head, pull it down into like a headlock, right? Push again. Or he's going to go under, right? In which I'm going to stuff here, boom, and step past, okay? So you got to kind of be able to deal with what they're going to do, right? Which is kind of try and get inside position or come over the top, right? Even if you're thinking like sort of judo and stuff, you got that throw. Look, I've seen that landed in the UFC. Okay, so little push defense here, boom, right? He goes over, I come under, I grab head or collar. I'm looking for his rear leg. Sometimes you'll just get this one, but right there. That's called O-Soto Guruma in judo. If I take both legs out in the finishing action I did, there's an O-Toshi where I just essentially push them over. I didn't do a big reap. We'll do that one again. Here, right? You duck under. Don't bend over and you do so you end up in the headlock maybe. As soon as you get here, good throw. Okay, now, if he pushes, boom. If he goes under, same thing. Got the same thing, right? A lot of times how this happens, I like this O-Soto, is to do like a club. A sweet butterfly sweeps the same way. Okay, so that's the push defense, right? Same throw options on the slap or sucker punch defense, the overhand, right? So he slaps, look here. I am inside, push, good, slap, here. We do this for knee shield as well, right? Whichever side he tries to grab on, you duck under, or you push his elbow, you club him, you got the same options off that. So slap, sucker punch, push, you got the same situation. Lastly, what we'll do here is a face touch defense, okay? When somebody touches your face, whether it's a finger here, I was training with a guy named Mark McFan recently, super legit guy. He's retired. I've always wanted to train with him, amazing martial artist. And like right out the gate, poked me in the eye. Like we were drilling stuff, like we're drilling trapping and some different things. But I was like, oh man, I've never really been poked in the eye that seriously. Like it was watering for an hour, right? So good to kind of be able to you know, have something to deal with that. You want to train to be able to go, you know. And I knew this at that time, but we're doing something different. I got poked in the eye, right? So whether it's right there, right? It's something like this. It's kind of hard to see, right? So go ahead. Yeah, just keep touching. Look, I went to the bicep there. Here. This is not connection. This is. So you can do a couple of things. I like this one, where I just get the sweep. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll bump in, step in front. You just get your basic hip throw. Be sure our feet are this way. I didn't know why for a long time. I was like, that's weird, right? I kind of put my feet that way on a side kick sometimes too, right? But if you throw somebody, right, and your feet are like this, you can sometimes drop them on your knee. Here, it's not gonna happen, okay? So if he tries to touch, right, yeah. See, I just went there. I come in, look, I don't have any connection yet. Watch what happens when I do, right? Here. O-Goshi. You can do that a couple of different ways, like the Uki-Goshi is that. The O-Goshi is here. Michael is like the sweet height for my center of gravity that I would do both. If someone's 2 inches shorter than you, I would almost always do the Uki. And you got to kind of on these hip throws, take into account center of gravity. The lower person, if they're several inches lower than you, it will be harder for you to hip throw. I would choose something else. Okay, so one more time on that one. Here. Boom. See, I just framed that bicep there. Boom. Look at my feet. Toes are out. All right, once you're here, you got a good knee on belly position. All right, so whether they're touching your face, slapping at you, pushing your shoulders, or just trying to grab your gi, react, right? Jiu-jitsu should teach you to be reactive. Like, it's not always going to be like, all right, let's do this. What we do this to, okay? Because it's a way. Oh, let's do this from O-Soto, right? Or you could do O-Soto from everywhere. The face touch, the head, grabbing your head, the punch defense, all that, right? So there's some options for you, some really good throws, and some jiu-jitsu for self-defense. Thanks, guys.